liked her, and then she dubbed me, and I was like, oh,
You know, there's once I asked the girl, oh, can boys and girls, and then she told me, oh, nah, if I find the guy ugly, we can be friends. So maybe they find you ugly or something. I mean, maybe. I'm just saying, maybe.
What's up, my people? Welcome to the first ever episode of Adult Education. My name is Christo Vumpa. I'm here with my boy,
Christevi, Armel,
Keo,
Franco.
This podcast has been a long time waiting, but bro, it actually took a bunch of time for niggas just to come in a room together and do some shit. Like,
whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
I wonder.
What? Huh?
What's going on, bro? Like, it took us a while to get here.
When did the idea start? Really?
High school, senior year.
Of a podcast, I think the idea kind of birthed with, it was us three. And it was kind of like everybody always says, oh, man, we have such interesting conversations. We should have a podcast, right? And then time goes by, we enter freshman year, same thing happens. We tried to start off at his crib, actually.
Yeah.
But we just couldn't, something just wasn't right. We didn't have the right interface. We didn't have the right yada, yada, yada. But here we are, 2 years after that one question. And
2 years after graduation. Yeah.
2 years after graduation, here we are starting what we hope to be our podcast.
Yeah. But obviously, all of the boys met differently. I met, Kia's obviously my best friend. I met him my freshman year. Frank, 8th grade. Chris, I met 8th grade. We went to the same middle school.
Yeah.
Armel, this guy's late guy. I just met him, what? Last year?
Nah, not even. Probably like...
last year's not crazy. But last year, bro.
Like 2.5 years ago.
You remember?
My mind has been really deep. Wow.
All right, cool.
One has been tapped in, bro. Everybody's known each other for a while, so it's kind of just a bunch of guys just shooting it.
I hear it. But the aim of our podcast really is to like put a spotlight on the city, you know? Anybody got anything to say about that? Like, what's our real aim for the podcast? Like,
really, I mean, from what we've spoken about, just like getting in touch with like really a platform for people in our community to speak. Like, you know, mainly the Black community, you know, just like topics about that, what's going on, how we also had ideas of like getting like people, leaders, community leaders of that sort, something within those lines, just something to push the community forward.
And I would like to add, like, we have a bunch of things happening in the world, and I feel like this is like a safe place for us to all come in and just have those conversations together, and give people like a platform in where they can like relieve their thoughts and, you know, whatever's going on in their lives and how they worked out, you know, like worked with their issues and how they are who they are today.
Yeah, I feel like we have an opportunity to really like make opportunities for like people in Maine that feel like there's no media here or there's no spotlight here, like for entrepreneurs, people want to start businesses or athletes. Only recently we're seeing like one of our stars, like Cooper Flag, finally, you know, coming out. But we need to show people that we have more stars like him, you know, in the state, really. And that's what we're trying to do, really. You guys anything to add?
I'm here for the conflict, man.
You just want to argue.
He's the enemy of progress.
No.
That's the enemy of progress.
Violence.
But obviously, like, you know, we've already like chatted about that. You know, we're just trying to, you know, we start off a group, obviously see how it goes, because we also feel like in a way, you know, we do have important conversations, and it's nice to like share those conversations with like different people to get their perspective and that, you know what I mean? But like also, yeah, you know, try to put Maine, because we're getting big by the day, obviously. You know, there's always someone who's doing something, and then, you know, so it's like there's not really like a big podcast in Maine, so why not that be us, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But also, I think what differs from us is we add our own spin to it. We come from various different backgrounds, so we'll be talking about these topics that anybody can talk about, but just because of who we are and what we've went through our lives and how different we individually are, we add our little spin to it, and it's kind of like refreshing, I believe. Because I came from the DRC, Democratic Republic of the Congo, so I think
the Congo,
man, the one and only. Not the Republic, the Democratic Republic. So
Not Brazzaville,
the
but
main one.
Kinshasa.
And I'm gonna argue about that every day.
The main one.
But yeah, so
Shots fired.
Yo, we didn't even do that. Where's everybody from? Let's start with Chris.
Bro, we all from the same place. Like, let's
Let's not do that, bro. Let's not do
Okay,
that,
okay.
man.
All right,
I don't like that one.
All right, I'm born and raised in Johannesburg, South
All right,
Africa.
cool.
But my parents are immigrants from Congo. They went there when my mom moved to SA when she was 19. I was born and raised there. So I tell people I'm from South Africa. If we have a conversation long enough, you're gonna figure out I'm from Congo. So that's me.
That story that you just told is literally the same thing. Like, my parents are immigrants from Congo. They moved to South Africa before I was born. So I was born in South Africa, and after that, we spent about 11 years back home. And then once I touched down here, I started my middle school career, and was in 6th grade.
What year was it? What year?
What year was it? Like 2014.
2014.
damn, bro, you want Social Security too?
I came here.
That's foul. That's foul.
I think I came here I came here in 2017. Actually, Kia might have.
Kia
came
was
after.
the latest.
Okay, yeah. Sorry to put you on blast, but
My bad, bro. Yeah, I was born in Angola. I left when I was 3. Raised in Johannesburg, South Africa for about 11 years. Then went back to Angola for a year. Then went to Namibia for just 8th grade and 9th grade. Then moved to the States, and where I was moved back to the 8th grade. That's
Same
where I
thing.
met Chris.
Yes, sir.
Been here ever since.
I'm from South. I was born and raised in South Africa. But
Where you from? What city?
Johannesburg. Come
Tell
on,
him, man. What? You have to put that out, bro. What?
You said what?
Let them know.
You gotta let him know, bro.
Like,
Come
born and
on.
raised Johannesburg, South Africa. My parents also from the Congo, so I feel like I am Congolese because I grew up with the Congolese heritage. So I'm also not gonna like disregard the fact that I grew up in SA.
Yeah.
I learned a couple of languages from there, so that's why it's like it also played a factor in my life in that. But yeah, that's the basis.
And he already went through.
Yeah, I already went, but I mean, since we're already on the topic of like where we're from and stuff like that, I think that we've all lived here for quite some time, and kind of living in America kind of not washes you, but it changes who you are compared to when you were back in your native country.
There's a key word for that,
What's the word for it?
American.
Americanized. That's the term.
Americanized.
So
That's Chris's
I just kind
favorite
of wanna go into how everybody has, because I think we can relate to a lot of people our age. So I think how everybody has kind of felt that they have Americanized as they've been here, and how they've kind of dealt with it. And so
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have kind of lost a little bit of their culture when they came.
and is that a
here.
bad thing though?
No, it's not a bad thing because we've embraced another culture here.
But is it for the good or for the bad? Like,
I don't know.
Who
You
you
tell
asking?
me.
did we change it in a good way, or did we change it in a way that we're looking at a downfall?
I mean, isn't it assimilation? You kind of have to. It's not like you can come from Africa or anywhere else in the world and just expect to
It's my country now.
you can keep your heritage and your practices, but if you move to a country, you kind of have to assimilate to a certain degree.
What I would say is like people try to act like who they're not. Like they try to put
That's facts.
a face to it, and I just want to say like just stay true to yourself. And I would say I was a victim myself. I'll come here and there's certain music, certain lifestyle that I was used to, that if I was to perform that in front of my American friends, as you can say, they'll look at me a certain way. They'll be like, "Oh, go back to your country, go do that." But
Let's not laugh. Let's not laugh.
Nah, let's serious.
Let him express himself.
It gets to a point where I'll sit there and just like reflect, and like I'm like, what can I do to fit into this American culture?
That's facts.
I've been there, bro. We've
Like,
been there.
What can I do? I gotta start dressing a certain way. I gotta do certain things.
Gotta
right?
talk a certain
'Cause
way.
Where I come from, we have like strict rules in the house, right? We have strict rules here, but when we come here, we feel like we're liberated.
Yeah.
We can do whatever.
Freedom
to a
is
certain degree, too,
coming
like-
tomorrow.
But I can't blame myself for that because I came here at a very young age, and
How young were you when you came? 14?
11.
Woo!
Damn. Bro,
So I came here at a young age. So I'm just figuring out my life for myself, and I got to a point where I matured out of that. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of putting a face to like who I trying to act like. You know, I'm trying to act like everybody else. So I'm just gonna stay true to myself. And people can love me or hate me for that. I wouldn't really.
Also, I think just recently being you has become like not cool, but like people that try to be things they're not has become so frowned upon recently. And it's like that's the way it should be. Before, like you mentioned, when we first came to the United States, it's like you see all these people talking this way. You see all these gangsters, like CJ, like bro, your name is Abraham, whatever. Like you're not a gangster, like you know. And that's just because people wanted to feel like part of a bigger thing. But like now, more than ever, I think, especially for the African community, just being yourself and being true to what you are is cool and it's appreciated, and it adds to adds to groups, and it's just more appreciated than it was before.
I feel like I've had like a different experience. Like everyone's talked about like how they came here and it's like they couldn't really fit in. Again, we've had this conversation. That's why you're laughing a little bit. But again,
no one's laughing. Bro.
You was laughing because you said you brought up Americanized, and then you looked at me. You started laughing. But I grew up, even though I grew up in SA, I grew up on Western culture. I've said this multiple times. Like I grew up in Western culture, and so things like the TV, the type of television shows I was watching, the music I was listening to, strictly American. I grew up on hip hop, so coming here wasn't too much of a culture shock, or I was privy to all of this. So coming here was very easy to assimilate. And then what I like to tell people actually is like when it comes to African identity, I feel like I've actually found my African identity within the community here in Portland, Maine, because you know, even though I grew up in SA, I was around South Africans. And you know, SA, it's like, to explain it, it's like there's different cultures. You're not surrounded by just your people. Like, let's say I'm Congolese. I might have one other person that's Congolese in my class, but the rest of the class would be like 10 South Africans or 5 Zimbabweans or wherever you are from in the continent. You know, it was diverse like that. So it's like I never really grew up around my set of people. Now coming here, that like I'm surrounded by all you guys. Like, or like you walk outside and you just see your people, and so yeah, I really feel like I've grown into my African identity in America, which is kind of weird, but I'm appreciative of that. You know?
I mean, yeah, low-key, that is true. Because it's like, when I was in South Africa, it was different. Because when I was in South Africa, I used to hide the fact that I was Congolese.
Yeah.
Because, like,
But
I used to hide the fact that I was Congolese when I was in South Africa.
okay,
That's real, yeah.
but here that's all you are.
What do you mean?
Let me get his
claim.
point off.
I'm saying that's all you claim, no?
Like he's trying to get something.
Like you claim your roots here.
Like,
You claim your roots here.
No, because what's this? In South Africa, it was hard to express your roots because people would hate you for not. Because like, I was.
No, it's facts.
I was hating you too.
It's facts, though, it's facts.
Listen, I'll be so serious. I was always deemed
honestly.
upon. To South Africans, I was never South African enough. And to
There you go.
Congolese, sometimes there, I was not Congolese.
That's
enough.
the
Yeah,
same
I
thing,
felt
bro.
that. I fell down.
There you go.
That's
Same
what
felt
I'm
that
trying
one.
to
I
say. And
feel
then
that
it's
one.
like, when I came here to America, like, you know, like the first couple of weeks, like, you know, you meet all this different, like, people from all this, like, different cultures. You meet Somalian people from Sudan, Angolans, Congolese, right? And then, like, in the cafeteria, you just hear, like for me, it was, like, Congolese people. I just hear them speaking. I like, understand what they're saying and stuff. And then, you know,
Yeah,
you
you
just,
connect
like,
with your people.
like, you know, it taught me to love my culture a bit more. Because it's a beautiful thing to, like, speak more than one language. You know what I mean? It's nice to, like, have conversations with, like, different people in like different languages and stuff, instead of like only like being like stuck into like one, you know.
And that's a big thing that I had to learn. Like again, growing up on like American culture, I'm like, bro, English is cool, rap, hip hop, R&B, all this. And then coming here, it's like you interact with people that like speak different languages, like might share the same cultures, but they can talk about it a little bit more in depth, better than you. And it's just like, I don't know, a little sense of insecurity because it's like, wow, like like you tell people you're raised in Africa, but you have no ways of like displaying that or showing that. So
Let me
that you touched on.
diverge you back in. Let's go back talking about like the businesses, black-owned businesses in Maine. Because before when I came personally, I didn't see a lot of black people trying to start their own thing. They didn't really have the platform, or they didn't see enough other people of our race doing it or starting it up. But now, like, I'm happy to see that we have a lot of black-owned businesses who like are just going at it. You guys have any businesses that you really love? Whether it be clothing, food?
We have like a bunch of clothing brands. I
Yeah,
know of.
you know any of them you want to shout out?
Off the top of my head now. I mean, y'all wanna
You guys?
I have no like.
actually
But I've seen like a bunch of like our friends like come
Yeah.
up with like.
actually there's a clothing
brands.
brand, Maison Blanche. That's how you say it? Ange.
Ooh.
Maison Ange. Okay.
Maison
You see, he was
Ange.
trying to.
Kofi and Andy. I didn't
Yeah,
forget about
shout out
everybody.
Kafia and Andy.
And Mina also. She owns
Mina,
it,
yeah,
so-
yeah.
so.
Let's shout out ATQ.
Oh, there's also,
And
ATQ.
also some
Vision-
Yeah.
Is it Vision Reality? I think Lena owns that. She went to your school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Vision Reality. I think that's how you say it. But a bunch of clothing brands, stuff like that. Any restaurants?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have to go like Yardy
Fam,
thing.
I got to say,
Yeah,
shouts
that's a-
out to the Middle Eastern joints still.
What's the
Oh,
name?
CFC.
CFC, and
That's our spot.
CFC.
That's our spot. That's our spot.
The
bro.
FC boys, man, they get after it.
Oh my
Whatever it's a chick.
3 a.m., 4 a.m., you already know what's going down, man. You get some chicken, you know what I'm saying? Hard day at school.
The hard
No.
day is forget that. I'm just going there for the sake of
Yeah,
it.
bro. So the FC boys has been getting after it. But also I think it's just knowledge has become is become so readily available. So a lot more people have access to how to create these businesses compared to the time when we first came here.
Yeah.
Obviously, knowledge was held to like at a certain level.
Correct.
Now it's more available because of the internet, because of X, Y, Z sources.
Yeah.
So then we have our people like the people you just
You guys
mentioned.
mind if I give a quick shout out to some of the businesses?
Yeah, go ahead.
TQ by my friend Obed. Obviously, we all heard about what happened in Lewiston and Maine, and that was a sad time. Obviously, I want to shout out "Romanced" by Margarita. We
Yeah,
love
that's a
you.
good one, yeah.
We love that. We love that. "Beat" by Yusra.
Yo. Oh, how did I forget?
Come
Beat
on,
by-
man.
That's
How
the
you
one.
You guys, man,
You
like
can't-
I
Beat
you
by
guys be
Yusra.
forgetting.
You can't
You guys be
miss that.
forgetting
Beat by
like who your
Yusra,
friends
that's
are.
the
Like,
one. Like,
can't-
give them a
miss that
shout.
one.
no, off the top of the head.
Show love. Show love.
Nah,
that's
you
a good
gotta
one.
show love for real.
Nah, but we have a bunch. We have a bunch that we just.
Yeah. I want to shout out my little homie too, Lionel Despacho. He's next up. Basketball. I'm telling you, he's going far.
He's a black-owned business. That's what he is.
That's a black.
Basically, he's a project.
He is
they've
a
been working.
project.
He's
He's a project in a
been
way.
working on it.
He's a project.
He's going to the league.
He's definitely going to the league.
Going to the league.
I'm saying it now.
Yo, what we saying is better than his brothers?
Oh, by far.
by far.
Who's his brother?
Who's his brother?
One of them names like Ricky,
Ricky.
Ricardo. What do you go by?
I don't even know what his name is. I know he's.
Who he is. You don't know who he is.
I know he's just catching strays.
No, but it's also like, what's this? Like, when you plan a business, like, you have to have an actual plan. Right now, I feel like they're actually doing a good job with, like, everything they're
Yeah.
doing, you know?
Yeah.
It's not only, like, they're putting, like, good money into, like, their materials and stuff.
Yeah.
Not just anything that is not going to, like, break up in, like, a couple of weeks or something. So it's,
Exactly.
like, quality, which is, like, you know...
Quality, the most
better the
important thing.
quality, the higher the demand. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
It's, like, that's why, like, people
I
kinda,
wanna-
like, want their stuff as well.
I want to also talk about just how our lives have changed since we've gotten here and how Maine has really like helped us really. Because when I was in South Africa, I'll be honest to you, I saw myself being a taxi driver. Wallah.
Taxi
I
driver.
will not lie to you.
driver.
That's very specific.
I like the job.
is-
I really like.
Security guard, bro.
Bro, let me finish. Let me
finish.
finish. I really like being a taxi driver, bro. I actually used to vibe with them taxi drivers, like for real.
What are you
But
talking about?
when I came to Maine and like, at first I never saw the opportunities. I always just be the person saying Maine doesn't have opportunities. There's
Yeah,
nothing
get out,
here.
man,
There's
yeah.
nothing here.
Right. Yeah.
But now as I've grown, I've seen there's a lot of things we can do.
Yeah.
obviously this podcast is one of them.
I like
You
the
know?
saying that says, "If you're good enough, they'll find you."
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to live by, and I think that a great example, like you previously mentioned, Cooper Flag. I mean,
Yeah.
kid's him,
He's him,
and
bro.
they found him.
He's also
So-
9'6", so that kind of helps.
He said 9'6".
That's a tree.
Yeah, that does help, but like
It's kinda hard
I
to
think,
miss
I
him,
think
like,
that
he's right
applies to
there.
every facet of just business besides just sports. Like, bro, if you put time into your craft, and it's actually a good product, people will find you.
But it's also like, let me say a quote one of my friends said.
Who's your friend?
My lovely sister.
Your sister. Okay.
She's my best friend. She said, "You only realize how big the world is once you change your environment." And I feel like since we all changed our environment, we realize now how big the world is and how like we can actually make an impact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want everybody around to really talk about like, since you've been here, how do you like, I know obviously everybody's vision of themselves has probably changed, but what do you aspire to be? Where do you see yourself next 5 years, next 6 years?
You know, with questions like that, I tend to shy away. Maybe that might not be the right word, but I don't know. I don't like, because you never know with the future, but what I would aspire to be is, in whatever I do, right? Essentially,
Successful, would you say?
yeah, success. Everyone wants to be successful, but
I could start off with that question if you want me to.
Take it away, man.
Take it away, bro.
I mean,
So-
I was gonna get to it. Go
Damn,
ahead.
they just cut him off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Damn, that's
I was gonna get to it.
Me personally, we're gonna have to squabble for that one.
I was only gonna get to it.
I'm gonna give it back to you. Go for it.
No, I just aspire to be someone that, in whatever I do, I inspire others, and I'm great. And when I say great, not in a way that's like, oh, he's good, and everyone's just like
Beneath
worshiping
him.
me.
Yeah,
In a
yeah,
way
yeah.
that's like, I think Kobe said this. He said, "Greatness is being able to."
Damn.
Now, I'm
So
gonna
this
miss-
is just a quote podcast. Everybody just throwing quotes.
Nah, but it's
so loud.
Kobe, bro. I'm feeling inspirational, but it's like, you know,
Well,
greatness
it's
is
not good
the ability to inspire other people, and so I feel like that's what, in whatever I do, that's what I want to do. So it's kind of vague, but that's my answer.
I would start off with cause I'm the oldest in my family, and with me given that that role at a very young age, cause my pops left the family at a very when I was very young, and having for me to like grow up with that and realize that I am the role model in my family, and I gotta look out for my little
Yep.
siblings.
You gotta paint the road.
Is already I would say an excuse for me to grow up faster. And with me growing up faster, I realized there's so many things that happen in the world, and people are dealing with a lot of things, with a lot of issues. So what I inspire to be is, as we are on this podcast right now, I would like to hear and talk to multiple people, hear where they're coming from, what are the issues they're facing, and you know, just be the light of the world and make people's days better. Just coming in and talking in.
The light of the world. I like that. I like that. Me personally, I really just want to make a change in the world. I want to leave my carbon footprint, as we learned in biology and science, and that. I want to stamp. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
2
think
feet
you wanna
underground.
leave a carbon
I
footprint.
think that's a bad thing.
Yeah,
Is that a bad thing?
I don't think you want to do
Oh,
that.
my bad. My bad. Listen, my bad.
Yeah, man. We're moving towards electricity and that.
Yeah, at least we can all say I didn't pass that class.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
He was leaving carbon footprint.
I was asleep. But you guys get the gist of it. I want to.
understand.
I'm trying to leave my print. Just trying to. Wait,
What was
pause.
the name, though? What was the name? The teacher. You used to call it Sasquatch or something.
Chill, bro, chill. I love her. But listen, yeah, I just want to inspire to cause change. Obviously, right now, I'm aspiring to be a professional soccer player.
Yes, sir, ski.
I play in Germany right now. I'm just trying to try, you know what I'm saying? Keep going, and be the best I can be, as well as go back to my home country and really cause change in Angola, you know? Help people grow, help businesses grow, and just help my people in any way I can.
It's a beautiful thing.
Question. So like the next 5 years, you said?
What? Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
what
yeah.
you inspired
What you
to be?
inspired to be?
I just like number one, like most important to me is my faith. I just want to be strong in my faith first. Like I feel like if I'm locked in there, everything else will just
Align.
happen the way
Yeah.
it's supposed to. But like for me, it's just like be strong in my faith and then see where it goes from there. God, I know God got my back, so
Amen.
Man,
we'll see
Amen.
what happens.
I think modeling myself after Obama isn't a bad idea.
Olubnini. Look at.
You're the
Nah.
line right now. I can't believe
I said I think modeling myself after Obama isn't a bad idea.
After Obama.
But
First of all, you're light skinned.
Oh, see,
now we're getting into the politics. But on a serious note,
Wait, is Obama light skinned?
bro. No, we're not gonna talk about Obama.
Nah, I just want to know. Just quick.
Nah,
quick
he's,
thing.
he's mixed race, right?
He's mixed.
Yeah.
Wait, he's mixed. His mom's white.
His mom's from Africa.
I don't know
so
who's
I
back.
think both his parents are black, bro.
Bro, now we talking about Obama. Like,
My bad, bro.
Yeah, you just sidetracked hella. But damn. Well, where do I see myself in 5 years? I think the beginning answer has to be somebody that I aspire. Like the older version of me has to look like somebody that I dream about every night. Like my dream of the perfect me. That's what I achieve. I try to be every day.
Well, what are you talking about? Lucid dream.
No, like you have dreams of what you want to become. You want to become a soccer player.
Exactly.
right?
What's yours?
So what I dream about is to be the man that is just the ideal person,
which is
an ideal man.
nah,
Bro is just spamming
Yeah.
like incorrect
No,
answers.
I really don't
Spamming
know.
incorrect answers right now.
I really don't know. Success looks so different in so many.
Let me talk.
Success looks so different in so many different facets of my life. But obviously, getting stronger with my faith, getting stronger with my ability to just talk to people, learn from people, become a better people's person. Like personally on that side, but also learning the world, learning how to be financially competent, learning how to. I think that's why we named our podcast "Adulting."
Yeah.
Adult education.
Adult education.
Adult education. That's what we named our podcast that because we're all growing. We're young adults and
We
we're
all need
aspiring-
guidance. We
We're
all need
aspiring to
guidance.
be these great things, these people, these figures in the future. So I think that this podcast would help us do this because our plan is to bring other people to kind of share ideas with. So that's kind of where I see myself improving in 5 years, and that's what I'm aiming for. Man, it's hot in here.
Right now,
it might just be you.
today's December 18th. We're basically close to
Nah,
like,
chill.
the end of the year. The year 2024 is around the corner. So I just want to talk to everybody about like their end of the year, like, you know what I'm saying, goals for next year,
Reflection?
the beginning of next year. What you want to like,
Or like a
goals
New
you're
Year-
trying to
New Year's
achieve.
resolution.
Yeah, New Year's resolution. Come on.
And we can go simultaneously. We don't have to go like.
Nah, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't. I can start if
Go
you guys
ahead.
want to. Me personally, my faith has to grow. I feel like I was lacking this year. I moved a little bit lukewarmish. Yeah, it's sad to say, but it's true. But my faith gotta improve. I just feel like next year I gotta really take time on me. I feel like I let a lot of other people. I just kind of let myself let other people dictate how I spend my time, and I was just lost in my head for a long time, and I just feel like I need to just work on me, work on my body, work on my spirit, and at first I used to see people like on TikTok going on dates with themselves.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, yo, this person is lonely AF. What the hell are you doing going to a 5-star restaurant by yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
But as I am right now, I get it.
Yeah.
I
Would
get
you
it.
do that?
You think stuff like that
Huh?
actually helps?
Would you do that?
Hell no, I'm not spending that type of money. Are you crazy?
Well, we're going
Well,
5-star
no.
restaurant by myself.
But would you go to a restaurant by yourself?
Yeah, I would go. Yeah, but you're already eating what? Black owned business. Come on, don't play me.
You already think, right?
Yeah.
Shout out. I feel like we spamming the same answers, but faith, I don't know. Faith is a big part of me. I feel like once you got that down, that like everything again, like you said, aligns and falls through. But definitely faith. Like even with now, like I feel like in this season, I've focused my shift on that, and things are already falling in line. I'm more disciplined, and so if it comes down to what I have planned for next year, it's really having a set routine. I feel like I've just been all over the place. I never really had a clear path on what I wanted to do this year. So I was kind of everywhere. I kind of started with something, and then I didn't finish. Definitely get back to recording. I rap, I sing. You guys may know, but
You actually gonna go back to it next year?
yeah.
That's why
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's what he said the
Go
last
back.
year,
I'm
bro.
excited. Well, that's what I said last
That's
year.
what I said last year?
That's what he said last year.
This guy's a
bro.
liar.
Yeah, wait,
Because actually,
yeah.
the last time we when we
What?
filmed at your crib, it was like around the end of the year. He literally said he wanted like to focus on that.
Yeah.
No,
No, but things happen, bro. Like, I don't want to use that as an excuse, but, you know, life happens. And then I guess it's just on me to put that aside. And, like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. But really get back to recording, faith, and growing as a person. I don't want to put too much set. You know, when you know, as much as we like to plan and put things down on paper, we all know by now life, if we had it that easy, then we'd probably be millionaires by now. But yeah,
I would say
That's right.
for me personally, I seen myself like shift back and forth from being really strong in my faith and then being lukewarm and actually going the opposite way, right? And I've seen the changes that have happened in each stage, and I can tell you right now, without God, you're nothing. You cannot accomplish anything. You just
Amen.
sit there and everything will hit you at once. Like, of course, you know, when you start stepping outside, you know, you have one foot out the door. Your life is great. You know, you're happy, you're laughing, right? You're doing all these things. You're like, the life outside of following God or following God's steps is not as bad. You know, it's actually it's
be fun.
great. Like, I love it. But it gets to
Sounds
a
pretty
point
good.
where you always hit a downfall. And when you hit that downfall,
It's like
you
you're looking-
realize your eyes just
yeah,
are shut open. Like, oh, where did I go wrong?
yeah.
And
You get that
the
slap
question
of
is,
realization.
I always ask myself the question. I'm like, where does God fit in my daily routine? And I just sit there and I'm like, nowhere. So I'm like, that's the start.
That's
So
deep.
me starting with like just improving my spiritual being, my overall health, and just getting back to the track that I was, and the rest I'll leave it to God. The rest I'll leave it to God. And as we can see, we're all aiming to have some type of
Relationship.
relationship, right, with God. And with that, I can tell you go very far.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I think that for next year, I think the word for next year is doer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in everything, every facet of life, creativity, finances, well-being, health, the word of the year is doing. I think we did a pretty big thing at starting our actually podcasting, going forward with it. But that has to that fire has to go in other aspects in our life, like you guys said, with spirituality and stuff like that. We got to become doers. I think a lot of people just say these things,
Yeah.
and not us. So we've also fallen short, but I'm not picking on anybody here. But I'm saying a lot of people say things, and they just kind of sit in the sidelines and they don't apply it, or they learn all this stuff, and then they just become watchers in the sideline.
Yeah.
And then you're just waiting for this time, but you're just there watching, and the timer it comes back in, and it's 2025. So I think the word of the year is doing. I think that's what I'm gonna.
Let me just say one thing.
put in
Let me just say
everything
one
that I
thing
wanna
on
do.
Frank said.
Cover this guy.
Heroless Frank is moving like a guru right now. You gotta respect it. You gotta respect
What
it.
happened?
Hey man, that and to your point,
Please
You
don't
know-
shoot at me. Please don't shoot at me. Oh my God, he's brave enough to do it.
to your point, I used to have dreadlocks. I think everybody here knows I used to have
Yeah,
dreadlocks.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
that's gonna watch knows I used to have dreadlocks, and I think I got complacent. I got in this point in my life where I was just becoming the watcher. I was
Jesus
just letting
Christ.
time go by, and I was like, man. I told Chris this every day. Chris, he hears everything that I say, but he's just there like every time I tell him, I'm like, bro, like I want to do this or this, but I'm just sitting. I would tell Chris stuff 2 years ago that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I'm just there, like, just waiting
Facts.
for the perfect time.
We've been there.
And then I'm like, I'm tired, bro. Like, I have to do something. I can't just be sitting there rotting away. You know, I'm not rotting away, but like, mentally, it feels
Slowly.
like it feels like you're rotting away.
Slowly.
So like,
Especially when it's
something
like-
has to change. I have to the way that I learned. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but something has to physically happen
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
for me to like for change to happen. I can't be like in my mind. Okay, now I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. Like a physical change, I have to get hurt. Something has to happen. So I'm like, okay, a reminder to
tragic.
myself that I will not be a watcher.
Your
My
haircut.
hair. I grew my hair for 2.5 years. I mean, I took care of it, and then boom, I just cut it like that.
Yeah.
So every time I wake up and I look at myself, I'm like, damn, you bald, man. So it's a reminder, like, bro, this year we're not watching, we're not on the sidelines. We're there, we're being creative, we're adding to the bucket.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I think.
Now, but
that's
yo,
what we're gonna
we gotta
keep
give
going
you a
on for
flowers, bro.
2024.
Hairless Frank is a guru.
I'm moving mad, man. Moving mad.
Motivational, man. We love to see it.
step.
We love to see it.
Big step.
For me, it was like every year, me and my family kind of like, you know, we make a list, we pray on it. Like, obviously, like, you write about something you do want to accomplish down the year. And this year was like, for the first time, I could actually say, like, I did get a lot of stuff done on the list. I'm not going to say what was on the list, but, like, the most important stuff that I felt like really had to get done did get done. And I'm proud of that. And hopefully that, like, carries on to 2024. But, like, just a little one I would like to, like, bring. One of the things I had was, like, academically, because what's this? Like, my first semester was good, but, like, I did not put as much effort as I should have. But, like, this semester, I could, like, honestly say, like, I really, like, I tried my best. I put time. I put, like, I stayed motivated with it. And also, yeah. And also, like, there's a other clothing brand that I'm a model. I'm the face of the brand. Yahweh Modeling Co.
Oh yes.
Christian brand.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We took what's this?
I'm near the shirt gang.
Yeah, no, I got you, lot. Don't worry about it. But like, yeah, I kind of took a break from that last year because me and my team, we just kind of like got distracted. Everything was happening, but like, yeah, that was one thing that was on my list that I didn't do this year, but definitely next year we're coming back with a bigger bang.
Yes, sir.
I just want to loosen up the man them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To get a little loose. You know what I'm saying? So what? How about
Don't do that.
how about we do some?
Your Ricky's killing me, bro. Your Ricky's killing me.
You add something real quick? Nah, but I'm trying to loosen up the man.
Okay,
them.
okay,
Just to be
alright.
composed, man.
People ain't watching for composure and that, lads.
Not facts.
We need some vim, some flavors. Yeah, you can add, bro. Add
No,
real
but
quick.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, moving on. What we talking
no, go
about
ahead.
then?
Go ahead.
You don't add?
Moving on, I think we kind of touched on it before, but I think we got to paint a bigger picture because what are people tuning into? What is adult education? Somebody's gonna see, they're gonna maybe get the wrong image. We did that on purpose, actually. But the whole point of adult education is, as we previously mentioned, we're all young adults, and we're dumb. We want to learn.
Facts.
So the whole point is we want to bring people here who have experience, they put in the hard work,
Insights.
they've learned what it takes
Yeah.
to be where they are.
Facts.
Like the businesses we've mentioned and the people we've mentioned, they've actually taken that step to put themselves out there and learn something. So not just for us, but we also want to extrapolate that and put it out there for everybody else that's our age, that looks like us or doesn't look like us. This is for everybody. That if you're lazy, if you stop being lazy and you do something, something might come out of it. So that just doesn't stop with businesses. It's also with our health. It's also with spirituality. So we just want to kind of level up, increase
sir.
our level points in life. And I think that's what we want to level points.
Yeah, facts. I mean,
XP.
XP
Gonna add
points.
to
That's what we want to encapsulate in
HP.
this whole entire episode.
I would like to add, like he said, we got to stop being complacent and lazy. That I feel like that's a big component in nowadays because we see young adults finding like different ways to make money, but those ways are not always the healthy ways. So with us sitting here all together, you know, this could be someone's,
Inspiration.
we can inspire somebody, but you know,
we're not
just
big or
sitting
anything,
here.
but the
By
fact
just
that
sitting here,
yeah, exactly.
you know, the fact that we have 5 people on the podcast, and we're
5
here
people from the
talking-
same community, like
Same
someone might,
community, yeah, going
And-
through the same thing.
might get
and-
0 views on this, but
It was
the
hard
fact
to
that
get 5 people
Well,
on this
but
seat.
we
man.
start
Five.
somewhere. It's
Yeah,
all
exactly.
about starting somewhere. We cannot start something and expect it to go big the next day. So with
someone's-
this, I promise, you know, we can all make a promise to ourselves that, you know, we should continue with this podcast, it could actually help a lot of individuals out there.
Yeah.
That's it.
So specifically, like on the content, like what are we talking about? What, like the future topics we're gonna touch on? Like what are we talking?
It's all basically gonna
sports, politics. I know you shy away from politics.
Yeah,
but-
obviously.
That's the thing is like I want to touch on everything that
is relevant.
So say the typical teenager opens his phone, boom, that's the first thing he sees. That is what I want to talk about because that is something that we all going to experience.
Mm-hmm.
So if that has to do with politics, we're not shying away from politics. Obviously, we're going to try and be neutral. We don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But if politics becomes
you're gonna hurt someone's
topic,
feelings.
No matter what
that'll
you
be
say,
sad.
you're gonna hurt
And
somebody.
yeah, that's true.
But we also trying to cause change in the community. Hopefully, we can even get the governor up here.
I want to touch pitch.
You know what I'm saying? Fix housing situations up in Maine.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So we want to build the community-wise.
Yeah.
But we also want to have fun with it because we are young people at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're only uptight right now because it's the first episode. But as time goes on, I think that we'll learn each other better and we'll learn each other on camera.
Yeah.
So it'll become way easier and we'll
because it's just a different dynamic on camera.
Different now. But listen, I'm about to switch it up. Because I'm about to, I was about to say something crazy.
You don't have to say you're going to switch it up. Just say it.
No. I was about to say I'm about to unloosen.
Yeah, bro. Just go. Just
Big
go.
pause.
You got a timeout.
Big pause.
Timeout.
Might have to edit that.
But I'm about to end it. I'm about to end it with this. Listen, solving dilemmas. Listen, we're about to end it with this one. I asked the crowd. I asked some people, and this is what I got. I'm gonna need your guys' input on it.
Okay.
You guys ready for this one?
Let's go.
Alright. Please. If you experience something like this in your life, don't say nobody's name.
Oh, this is gonna end bad.
Alright. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like we're gonna go from here to just.
Nah, this is something small.
Yeah, no, because I know someone's gonna say something.
Listen. Hello, my name is Angela. I've been friends with my guy best friend for 6 years. Everything has changed this past few weeks because I feel like he drops hints that he has a crush on me, but I don't feel the same way. I want everything to stay the same for us to continue to be friends.
Wow.
What advice would you give the girl?
What a dilemma.
What a dilemma,
That
right?
is a dilemma.
That is.
Well, but before we solve the dilemma, I just want to ask you guys a quick question. Do you think male and females can be like friends?
Yeah, we're about to tell a lot of people.
Of course.
It's
Of
possible.
course.
It's
Of
possible.
course.
I genuinely feel like it's possible.
It is, but it's been done. Like,
I would say it is possible, but with the mindset of the world, it's not possible.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're a guy that's a spiritual being and you know lines that you cannot cross,
Boundaries.
it's possible. It's possible. It's self-control. It comes down to self-control.
Thank you.
And knowing that I have to respect certain boundaries. I cannot do certain things. It just comes down to that. But nowadays, it's not possible because all guys want to do is just go out and get a nut out.
nah, chill, bro.
Chris said, chill, I ain't one of them guys. Chris said, I ain't one of them guys.
That is not me.
Russ said,
That is not me.
get a nut out.
It's not reality.
My mom raised me to be right.
That's not reality.
That's reality.
For
No,
nowadays.
bro.
No.
Nowadays.
Of course, we're not.
Okay,
talking
but
about you guys individually.
don't generalize.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It is a general thing.
Yeah,
Tell
it's a
me I'm
general
wrong.
thing, though.
Prove me wrong.
I'm not part of
Nah,
them.
nah. You can't prove that though. You can say that.
No, but like seeing, like going outside and just meeting people. And
Again,
like,
I'm not part of them. I don't agree with them.
a lot of people, like, there's trust issues out there. Like, there's a lot of trust issues. You telling me that we're best friends for 6 years?
6 years.
6 years.
Few weeks he's been dropping hints. Oh, baby.
Bro, I mean,
Okay, that's a different situation. But like, are we still talking about like?
We still talking about.
like can
Bro, I feel like you're very passionate about it, so I'm just gonna let you speak.
Wow. The love doctor.
Okay, are we speaking?
My hands are
all
up.
right, okay, let's go. Let's run to the dilemma.
Are we? Oh, we're talking about the.
Let's talk about the
Okay,
dilemma. Let's talk about the
If we're
dilemma.
talking about general, I'm saying
Okay.
I still believe that males and females can coexist as friends.
No, we know. What do you mean? Okay. No. My fault. Cause Chris is the type is like, you guys know I have girlfriends. You know what I mean? So obviously, yes, we do agree with Chris. But it's like, go on, keep going, Chris.
Okay, with this specific, they have to like.
Yeah, let's go specific. Let's go back to this.
So what? The homeboy is like dropping hints.
Dropping hints. 6-year friendship, best friends.
And she doesn't know what to do about it.
She does not know.
Did she indicate that she likes him back?
No, she said she wants to stay as friends.
Now just let him know though. I mean, if y'all if y'all been friends,
but how do you?
if y'all been friends for 6 years, like
that must have been painful.
Like I would imagine, like you feel comfortable enough to like have that conversation with that person. Like it shouldn't be something that's like.
But the friendship can never be the same again. I
mean, if that's the case, then like, sorry.
So
that's some great advice, Chris.
So
great advice.
So she let it known that it was not gonna be anything more than the friendship.
They've been best friends for 6 years.
But the guy wants to pursue the girl.
Yes.
Also, bro,
but she's not allowing it.
You know, I can add my 2 cents into this again.
Add your
but-
4 cents.
I'll be here.
Bro said here for 2 cents.
But
Keep going.
I would say,
I'm here for
a guy that is persistent and wants something, he's gonna work for it.
Pity, boy, not like this, man.
Tell you. It is true though. Like the guy would just sit there and just wait till she will allow him access to come in. Like he's probably doing certain things, buying her this, bringing her here, and stuff like that.
So what you saying?
I feel like that the woman herself does not like the guy like that. Like
No, she doesn't. She definitely doesn't.
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
But the guy's gonna keep trying to try to get something.
So what would you tell her face to face? What would you tell her?
I would say it would not be in your best interest.
She's like,
Okay, wait a minute. I feel like we're getting this wrong. The way we should be answering this question is like if we were the guy, right?
Yeah.
And it's happening to us. What would we want the girl to come say to us? That's how it's okay.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Yes, but that's a good
Because
question.
she's thinking about, okay, how is he gonna react? Is he gonna still want to be friends with me? That's her question.
First of all, if we were the guy, I would never be in that situation.
big up. Man like Armel still. Man like Armel.
Like I said, you guys can add your 2 cents, but what I'm saying is, I would not sit in a friendship for 6 years,
That's
knowing
crazy.
that I like that girl, but that girl's not giving me out. It clearly shows she does not like
Hypothetical,
you.
bro. It's
It might be a
hypothetical.
female. So okay, we're answering this from the perspective of the guy. Right?
Yeah.
How would we respond to that?
How do we respond? What would you want her to
I mean,
say?
also,
to
bro,
you?
like person you are. Like me, it's like if that was my plan and I got the hints that if she's not feeling me, I'm just gonna step away. But if he's a crazy dude, I don't know.
I think that question just depends so much on the people that are actually involved in the relationship and how the dynamic works. Because there's some best friend relationships where boundaries get crossed a lot. So maybe somebody's getting the wrong signals somewhere down the line. I mean,
That's what Armel was talking about, basically about what 2023.
Then why are you doing this for then? Why are you doing this?
Generalization. It wasn't.
yeah, I think generalizing this topic isn't the best thing. I just think that it
that's
depends
what
on
I'm
the people. If we're gonna say that based on what we would want to hear, I think just the best.
I'll tell you guys what I want to
Honesty
hear.
is the best policy, right?
I'll tell you what I want to hear. Listen to me correctly.
Why you start like
What would you want to hear?
I wanted to tell me. Crystal.
Oh my god. Look into the camera. Look into the camera when you say that.
We've been friends for 6 years.
6 years.
Deep in my heart,
Not just 3 months.
I feel the same. That's what I'm saying. I want her to love me back.
So screw whatever she has to say.
Huh?
She has to love you back.
Fuck that! Yo! What? I love you and you don't love me back. Yeah, my man. Come on, man.
bro?
Like, what we on about?
Relationship, bro.
Fam, what are we on about,
If it
bro?
was with stuff like this,
What would you do?
What would you do? I feel like men that are not being honest.
I want to hear you. Like, we gotta be honest.
If
I already put it in my word.
I feel like the way the friendship starts has to be genuine.
Yeah.
If you in your mind, you know, like this is my friend, right?
Yeah.
Like this is my friend. You guys are like locked in on. Okay, that's the friendship stuff. I feel like when it becomes like you guys start doing certain things, like
couple types of stuff, that's when feelings start getting involved and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you can't blame one person, if he starts feeling one type of way, because it's like you're already doing couple stuff. That's why he's imagining, probably in his head we should we'd probably look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you lot said, like there's certain boundaries to it, and I do agree with that. Definitely do agree with that.
It has to
But
be,
if it was me, hey, bro, like
Love is
like,
dangerous.
you have to tell me, like me actually, like just be genuine. I want the truth, obviously. If it's gonna hurt me, let it hurt me.
What? Kia, what? Are you the type of guy to like what? You gonna cry if she say no?
Hell no.
No,
Come on, bro.
I'm only 19, you know.
Why she got 19 tears? Don't
I'm
you?
only 19. There's no. It's like if she says no, then
swallow it.
I would allow it, like, because it's also like how our friendship, like if it gets to a point where it's like if I know we're strong enough to stay friends, that might happen. But if I know it's not worth it, I'll leave. It might be hard for the first couple, but like that's why I say it's like 6 years, bro. She said 6 years genuine friendship. So that's why you have to like put it in perspective. Like what friends do you have that you've been friends with her for like 6 years? It's like okay, if that would happen, like I feel like because there's some people I feel like we can recover from that, and there's some people I look at it's like if that ever happened, it's done.
Come on, 6 years, you really want to destroy your friendship? 6 years over just because I just asked you? Like, come on, or I threw hints at you.
But
over 6 years,
the
bro?
relationship wouldn't be the same.
The relationship would never be the same.
Yeah.
The way
Bro, you can't go to my man and chat to him. Oh, there's this guy. No,
Like,
No, it's not even that. It's
Insane.
some friends like in her heart, she might be thinking it's so genuine that she can walk up to him and give him just like a brother hug. But he's not seeing it that hug as in like, you know what I'm saying? Address me right
on
now.
my body.
No, bro.
It's on my body.
Let's circle back to Angela. Like how does she approach this? Like what do we do?
You give your
What?
opinion?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, he did.
So
With Angela, I feel like we're gonna advise her, just give it blunt.
I think honesty is the best
Yeah,
policy.
keep it a buck,
Yeah.
bro. Keep it a
Give it
buck.
to him straight. And would you guys have any advice for boys and girls being friends? That's like the
Advice?
boundaries
Always
part
possible.
and
I mean, but no advice. Like,
What you
I feel
guys
like
are.
what should be common sense. It's like,
But it's not common sense. We know now it's not common sense.
I mean, for me at least, I get fortunately.
Chris, we know, bro. You're like, the president of the dark skin community.
The president, lieutenant, commander,
That's what I'm saying. We know you're
the chief
Bro, you
of
guys
the
are
Women
forgetting.
Empowerment
You guys are
Society.
forgetting.
We all have the
Chris
same
Davies and Maga.
friends. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Leg.
I've always like my friendships. I don't know about y'all, but my friendships
Why are you saying no?
have always been like it always has started as friendships. It's never been like, oh, I liked her and then she dubbed me and I was like, oh,
There's once I asked the girl, oh, can boys and girls, and then she told me, oh, nah, if I find a guy ugly, we can be friends. So maybe they find you ugly or something, mate.
I mean, maybe
I'm just saying, maybe.
Wow.
Maybe.
I just deeped it now.
No, that's a viable like.
Don't accept it.
That's a crazy.
No,
don't
but
accept that.
no.
Don't accept that.
No, you're top tier type of guy, bro. You know it, bro.
Bro said I rate you. That sucks.
No. But me, I'm the type of person, bro. No, I'll give it to you, bro. If you got
What
it,
do you
got
mean?
it.
You give what to who?
If you got it, you got it. I'll give you your flowers, bro. If you got it, you got it, bro.
Yeah.
So is he a top
Come
tier
on.
guy?
Who? Crystal's
Yeah.
not, but Crystal. That's our guy.
Yeah, that's what you get.
That's
you
our
like
guy.
throwing shots, you like instigating, right?
Yeah, this guy's the enemy of progress. So
Yeah.
throughout this podcast,
Watch
he's
out
the
for this
enemy of
Alright, what's
progress.
the next thing though? Next one.
No, but yeah.
I think we've kind of gave her.
To finish up, is just honesty is the best policy.
Honesty, yeah, I think that's it. Honesty is the best policy.
Type.
Give it to him straight. You know what I'm saying? Let him swallow it. Pause.
What?
Bro, that guy's gym membership about to go crazy, bro.
Nah. I'm just saying.
Alright, bro. Okay, you can finish there. Leave it there.
Alright, cool, bro. This has been the first ever episode of Adult Education. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.